This topiary appears very prominently in the scene when Diane Weiss first meets Edward Scissorhands at the castle at the top of the mountain. People know what it is, they recognize it even out of context. We really tried, Roger made a great effort to figure out some way of getting it here without destroying it.
We even considered taking the original and cutting the head off, and so that it would be detachable, but then you're kind of destroying the original. We then decided to go a different route and look into a fabrication, and that's why we brought in Karen.
I'm Karen Atta, and I just want to kind of explain to you guys sort of where we're at. We've got a bunch of images from Mo Shannon. The original is in a warehouse.
The piece was in Tim's garden for a number of years, so it withstood very bright California sunshine. It's faded significantly.
The piece is quite weather-worn and damaged and pretty fragile at this point, which is why it's propped up with these pieces of wood.
And I'm very excited that Atta and Karen is replicating it for us, because I think people are going to find it magical just to stand next to it.
Yeah.
You feel like you too could be Edward Scissorhands.
Mm-hmm. We sort of compiled all the measurements that we had, kind of plugged them into still images. We're constructing the internal strength of this thing out of tubular steel. We want this to be strong so that it can travel, and we want to be able to detach the neck and then the antlers separate. Once we have our metal armature constructed, before we apply the foliage, we'll prime it so it'll be rust-proof. It's going to be covered in plastic topiary, as the original was. And when we got the project, I called up autograph foliages, and the woman I spoke to said, "Oh, well, we provided all the foliage for those topiaries." So this is the original.
Yeah. That's it.
It's it.
Yeah.
It is. They were right.
That's it.
Yeah. We scored.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to, individually wire them on there. I don't think there's any other magical way to do it. I'm thinking we might use Ziplocs. Kind of a cool way to do it. They won't rust, and they're pretty strong. Well, one of the things I love about the piece is that the antlers are so large and fantastic. The base of the neck is like the midway point. It's about 11.5 feet high, 137 inches high. It's actually very exciting to work on a piece like this, because the movie's like such a whimsical, feel-good story, and it's just, everything associated with it kind of had this fun, fantastic vibe, so we're pretty excited about it.